Hi United fans, the clock is ticking. Manchester United have until 7 p.m. tonight to finalise their January transfer business, and right now time is running out fast. It has been a frustratingly quiet month for United supporters. Not a single first-team signing has walked through the doors at Old Trafford so far. But deadline day always has a habit of throwing surprises, and today is no different. Late on Sunday, reports emerged that Manchester United tried to hijack Liverpool's move for Rennes centre-back Xerxy. The 20-year-old is seen as one of the brightest defensive prospects in France, and United were reportedly keen to beat their biggest rivals to a summer deal. However, Liverpool moved quickly. Talks were held over the weekend, and a pre-agreement is now in place worth an initial £55 million, with a further £5 million in add-ons. For now, United appear to have missed out, but it once again shows the club are scouting long-term targets, even if deals are not getting over the line. Another name that simply refuses to go away is Cole Palmer. Yes, it still sounds unlikely, but the links keep coming. Reports suggest the Chelsea forward has been feeling homesick and would be open to a move back north. Palmer is a lifelong United fan and is said to be restless in London after more than 2 years there. He signed a long-term contract at Chelsea in 2023, with the club holding an extra year option. However, Chelsea may already be planning for life without him. It has been claimed that Estevao is being lined up as a future number 10, the role where Palmer has thrived. That could, in theory, open the door if the money is right. Chelsea boss Liam Rosenior has publicly denied any chance of Palmer leaving, but deadline day rumours have a habit of taking on a life of their own. United fans, would you take Cole Palmer at Old Trafford if the opportunity arose, or is this one step too far? Another important update concerns Tyrell Malacia. Despite strong rumours linking him with a move to Turkey, he will remain at Manchester United for the rest of the season. Talks took place, but no agreement was reached and no medical was booked. With Patrick Dorg now injured, Carrick decided to keep Malacia as cover. His contract expires in the summer, making his future one to watch. Speaking of Dorg, his hamstring injury has changed the picture. After scoring against Manchester City and Arsenal, he is now set to miss a couple of months. Michael Carrick has refused to rule out a late signing as a result, hinting that recruitment conversations are still ongoing behind the scenes. United have insisted they will only move for the right long-term target, but injuries can force hands. Finally, Casemiro's situation underlines the scale of change coming. The Brazilian has paid nearly £11 million in tax over the past year and is set to leave United in the summer after the club decided not to extend his stay. Earning around £375,000 per week, his departure will free up massive wages and confirm that a midfield rebuild is coming. So United fans, deadline day is here, no signings yet. Injury problems mounting. Big decisions looming in the summer. Do United need to act before 7 p.m. tonight? Should Carrick push the board into a late move? Is patience the smarter play? Drop your thoughts below, stay subscribed and stay locked in. This is Deadline Day at Manchester United. In other news, according to fresh reports from Telegraph Football, Michael Carrick would like Marcus Rashford to return to Manchester United if Carrick is retained as head coach beyond this season. This is a huge development because it shows Carrick already thinking long-term, not just about results, but about identity, leadership, and players he trusts. Rashford is currently on loan at Barcelona until the end of the season. The Catalan club hold an option to sign him permanently for around £30 million. Carrick knows Rashford well. He played alongside him from Rashford's debut in 2015 through to 2018 and has seen his growth firsthand. This is not nostalgia, this is belief. But the situation is complicated. Reports from Spain now claim Barcelona are prepared to activate a slightly lower option of around £26 million to make Rashford's move permanent. Marca reports that Rashford himself wants to commit his future to Barcelona after a strong season in Spain, where he has scored 10 goals and added 12 assists. His form has even boosted his chances of making England's World Cup squad. Earlier this month, Barcelona were hesitant about paying the full agreed fee and explored alternatives, including a lower fee or another loan with an obligation to buy later. Now it appears they are ready to move decisively, so United face a huge decision. Do they bring Rashford back if Carrick stays, or do they cash in and reinvest? And United fans, this is where we want your opinions. Should Rashford return to Old Trafford under Carrick, or is it time to move on and rebuild without him? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Meanwhile, there is another important update involving Joshua Xerxy. Despite heavy links to a return to Serie A, the Dutch forward wants to stay at Manchester United. Juventus and Roma have both shown interest knowing his success under Thiago Motta at Bologna, but Xerxy is determined to fight for his place under Michael Carrick. So far, Xerxy's time at United has been mixed. There have been flashes of quality, strong link-up play and technical ability, but consistency has been lacking. He starts on the bench again today against Fulham, but this is a crucial period for him. Carrick is watching closely, and Xerxy knows this could define his United future. Then we zoom out to the bigger picture. After last season's struggles, where United finished just 2 places above the relegation zone, the club has started to climb again. United are now pushing toward the Champions League places, with Chelsea and Liverpool also in the race. This makes the January window and upcoming summer absolutely critical. Interestingly, a Football Manager 26 simulation shows United reinforcing heavily to protect their European push, spending big before the window closed. While that is just a simulation, it reflects real-world pressure. United cannot afford to stand still. So here we are. Michael Carrick wants Rashford back. Rashford may want Barcelona. Xerxy wants to stay and prove himself. United are rising again, but still fragile. United fans, we ask you again. If Carrick stays, does Rashford come home? Should United sell now while his value is high? Should Xerxy be trusted next season? And how aggressive must United be in the summer to truly compete again? Let us know your thoughts. Stay subscribed and stay locked in. This story is far from finished. In other news, Manchester United now have less than 24 hours to finalise any last-minute business. And as things stand, it has been a surprisingly quiet month with not a single first-team signing completed. But with the deadline set for 7 p.m. tonight, that could still change in dramatic fashion. Despite the silence, United remain loosely linked with a late move for a central midfielder, and one name continuing to circulate is Leon Goretzka. The Bayern Munich midfielder is out of contract in the summer and is expected to seek a new challenge, making him an attractive option on paper. On the outgoing front, United have focused mainly on loan moves for young players. Toby Collier has left West Brom and joined Hull City, while Harry Amas has completed a loan switch to Norwich City after an impressive spell at Sheffield Wednesday. These moves are about development and minutes rather than major squad reshaping. Meanwhile, speculation around Bruno Fernandes has intensified, with Real Madrid once again being mentioned in connection with the United captain. However, Fabrizio Romano has shut down any idea of a deadline day exit, confirming that Bruno will not be leaving tonight. Reports suggesting he had offered himself to Real Madrid have also been dismissed. Despite some tension behind the scenes following interest last summer, Bruno remains fully committed and continues to deliver on the pitch, as shown by his 2 assists in the dramatic win over Fulham on Sunday. Then there is Marcus Rashford, and this remains one of the biggest talking points around the club. Rashford has impressed on loan at Barcelona, scoring 10 goals and registering 12 assists in 32 appearances under Hansi Flick. Barcelona do have a buy option, but reports now suggest that Michael Carrick is keen to keep Rashford at Manchester United, even if the player is open to staying in Spain permanently. Carrick reportedly sees Rashford as an important part of his long-term vision if he remains in charge. Looking ahead, midfield is clearly the priority. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that United are planning a very strong push in that area during the summer window, with Casemiro expected to leave. United could even sign 2 midfielders with names like Elliot Anderson, Carlos Baleba, Adam Wharton and João Gomes all being monitored. None of these deals will be cheap, but the rebuild demands it. Transfer deadline day is here, and Manchester United have just hours left to act. Michael Carrick has so far eased pressure with a perfect start in charge, including that thrilling victory over Fulham. But fans know recruitment decisions made now and in the summer could define the next era. So United fans, should the club gamble on a late midfield move tonight or hold fire and go all out in the summer? Should Rashford come back or should United cash in? And is Bruno Fernandes untouchable? Drop your thoughts in the comments, stay subscribed and stay locked in, because anything can still happen before 7 p.m. elsewhere. Moving back to midfield, a new signing is still expected at Manchester United, although that is more likely to happen in the summer rather than now. Wolves midfielder João Gomes remains a player of interest as the January window edges closer to its conclusion. According to Team Talk, United have discussed whether it would be worth making a late move for Gomes before Monday's deadline. However, despite the interest, a deal this month looks unlikely. Wolves are believed to value the midfielder at around £43 million, and the expectation is that any serious move would take place in the summer window. There have also been some surprising claims involving Bruno Fernandes. Alongside reports linking Diogo Dalot with a move to Spain, Spanish outlet Rodra has suggested that Bruno Fernandes offered himself to Real Madrid earlier this month. It would have been a sensational move, especially in January, but Real Madrid reportedly turned down the opportunity. At this stage, there is no indication that United are open to losing their captain mid-season. Real Madrid have also been linked heavily with Diogo Dalot. According to Fichajes, Dalot has become an immediate priority for the Spanish giants as defensive injuries continue to pile up. Real have even been forced to use Federico Valverde at right-back due to their shortage of options. While Dalot is not completely untouchable, he is an important player in Michael Carrick's squad. Any approach would require a significant offer to even be considered, and United are keen to keep hold of him. Finally, United continue to explore defensive options for the future. Reports from El Crack Deportivo claim that Manchester United intend to sign River Plate defender Lautaro Rivero. The 22-year-old has impressed scouts with his performances, but a deal would be difficult due to a massive £87 million release clause in his contract. United are expected to monitor his progress rather than move immediately, especially with strong interest from Atletico Madrid, Manchester City, Tottenham, Juventus and Strasbourg. With the clock ticking down on the January window, all eyes are now on whether United make a late move or continue planning for a busy summer rebuild. Let me know in the comments what you think United should do next and whether you expect any deadline day surprises. More recently, Barcelona winger Rafinha has emerged as another name under consideration, particularly with United now switching back to a back four. That tactical shift means more attacking options are needed, and a new left winger is expected to be a priority heading into the summer. On the pitch, attention is firmly on Fulham this weekend. Michael Carrick is set to speak later today ahead of Sunday's Premier League clash at Old Trafford. After beating Manchester City and Arsenal back-to-back, United will be desperate to make it 3 wins from 3 and really cement those Champions League ambitions. Away from the spotlight, defensive recruitment is also being monitored. United are reportedly interested in Real Betis centre-back Nathan, but right now they are behind Chelsea in the race. Real Madrid, Arsenal and Newcastle are all tracking the situation too, although it is understood the Brazilian would prefer to remain in Spain if possible. United interest is real, but this one looks complicated. There has also been disappointment on the striker front. Kader Maite, who United had explored, is now set to join Al Hilal. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed an agreement with Rennes worth around €30 million, despite multiple Premier League approaches. Another reminder of how aggressive the Saudi Pro League continues to be. And it does not stop there. Fabrizio Romano has also reported that Ruben Neves, another United target, is close to agreeing a new long-term contract with Al Hilal. A 3-year deal is advancing, which would effectively end any hopes of him arriving at Old Trafford. Then comes a surprising twist involving Diogo Dalot. Both Bayern Munich and Real Madrid are reportedly interested in the United full-back. Dalot is under contract until 2028, with the club holding an option to extend, so United are in a strong position. But interest from giants like that always raises questions. United fans, would you cash in on Dalot if a huge offer arrived, or is he too important to this rebuild? Contract decisions continue elsewhere too. According to reports, United have not yet opened talks with Harry Maguire over an extension. His deal expires at the end of June, and with wages of around £7 million per season, the club are carefully weighing their options. Any renewal would require a significant financial commitment. With the January window rapidly closing, United still have time to act. Carrick has brought positivity, stability and results since taking over, with 6 points from 6 against City and Arsenal. The players look sharper, the structure clearer, and belief is returning. Eyes now turn to Sunday afternoon, just over 24 hours before the window shuts, when Fulham arrive at Old Trafford. A win would cap a huge week on the pitch, while the next few days could still deliver surprises off it. Finally, United have entered the race for Eintracht Frankfurt fullback Nathaniel Brown. Scouts were in attendance during his Champions League appearance against Tottenham, and the 22-year-old is expected to leave this summer. He could cost around £40 million, with Arsenal, Man City and Spurs also interested. So United fans, over to you. Do you expect late January business, or is this all about laying the groundwork for a massive summer? And who should be the club's top priority when the window reopens? Let me know in the comments and we'll keep you updated every step of the way. Elsewhere, reports suggest United are considering a surprise move for a wide attacker in the summer. AC Milan's Rafael Leao has been mentioned, with the Italian club open to letting him go if the right offer arrives. Meanwhile, the Daily Mail claims Chelsea youngster Tariq George has emerged as another possible option. George is just 19 but already has first-team experience. Last season he played 39 times, scoring 8 goals and registering 11 assists. However, his opportunities have been limited this campaign following Chelsea's heavy recruitment. Estevao, Jamie Gittins and Alejandro Garnacho arriving has pushed him further down the pecking order. Patrick Dorg has been excellent when used on the left wing by Carrick, but with the former Lecce man now facing time on the sidelines, United are considering alternatives. Tariq George is reportedly available for around £22 million, a similar fee to the one United agreed with Fulham last summer. United fans, would you take a young Premier League proven winger like Tariq George, or would you prefer the club to chase a superstar name instead? Another familiar name has also re-entered the conversation. Before Senna Lamens arrived, United spent much of last summer flirting with Emiliano Martinez. Ruben Amorim was understood to be keen on bringing the Aston Villa goalkeeper to Old Trafford before the club pivoted. Now, with Andre Onana and Altay Bayindir both expected to leave permanently, the goalkeeping department is being reassessed once again. Martinez is back on the list. Villa would reportedly be open to selling him for around £40 million, although his contract runs until 2029, putting Unai Emery's side in a strong negotiating position. Martinez ticks a lot of boxes, but at 32, questions remain about value for money. Would Emiliano Martinez be the right man to lead United's rebuild from the back? Then there is the Cole Palmer situation. A move that once sounded impossible is now being talked about more seriously. Palmer is a childhood United fan, and that detail could prove crucial if negotiations ever develop. United have been here before. 12 years ago, another United fan was playing for Chelsea. Juan Mata. United knew how much the club meant to him, and that emotional pull played a role in bringing him to Old Trafford. Now, with Palmer reportedly unsettled in London and eager for a return north, United could look to exploit those same loyalties. Reports suggest Palmer would welcome interest from United, but a return to Manchester City is not on the table while Pep Guardiola remains in charge. Any deal would be complex and expensive, but the door does not appear completely shut. Finally, there is the Andre Onana update. According to the Daily Mail, members of his entourage recently flew to Milan to explore potential options. Juventus have also been mentioned as a possible destination. The goalkeeper could leave permanently this summer following his loan spell with Trabzonspor, bringing an end to a turbulent United chapter. With Fulham up next, a Champions League push underway and transfer plans beginning to take shape. This feels like a defining moment for Manchester United. Get your thoughts in the comments. Should United go big this summer or keep rebuilding smartly? And do you believe Carrick is laying the foundations for something special elsewhere? According to The Guardian, Manchester United are now weighing up whether to seriously intensify their pursuit of the Rennes striker Mohamed Kader Meite. Talks have already taken place with the 18-year-old's representatives, which tells you this interest is very real and not just paper talk. Meite is seen as one of the most exciting young forwards in France, and United scouts have been impressed by his physicality, movement and maturity at such a young age. However, United are not alone. Saudi Pro League giants Al Hilal are also monitoring the situation closely, and that could complicate things. The asking price is believed to be around £26 million, with Meite having 2.5 years left on his contract. United now face a decision. Do they move quickly and secure a talent for the future, or risk being priced out if competition increases? United fans, is Mohamed Kader Meite a smart long-term investment, or should United focus on proven Premier League attackers instead? Another striker now entering the conversation is Vitor Roque. Reports from Brazil suggest Manchester United are one of 3 Premier League clubs keeping a close eye on the Brazilian forward, alongside Chelsea and Tottenham. Palmeiras are reportedly demanding around £43 million for the 20-year-old. Roque's career path has been an interesting one. After shining in Brazil and earning a big move to Barcelona, he struggled to make a real impact in Spain. He has scored just twice in 16 appearances before being loaned out to Real Betis. United are believed to be assessing whether he could rediscover his confidence in the Premier League environment. Would Vitor Roque thrive at Old Trafford? Or would this be another high-risk gamble? Attention then turns to a huge internal issue: Bruno Fernandes. The United captain remains one of the most influential players at the club, but his future is far from settled. Fernandes has openly spoken about interest from Saudi Arabia last summer, revealing that United were tempted by a £100 million offer from Al Hilal. While he ultimately stayed, similar offers could arrive again. Fernandes is under contract until 2027, with United holding the option to extend by a further year. However, he is reportedly demanding wages of around £400,000 per week in any new deal, which would make him the club's highest earner by some distance. With Casemiro leaving in the summer and his huge salary coming off the books, United technically could afford it. But there is risk. Fernandes turns 32 later this year, and committing to a long-term mega deal could restrict future rebuilding plans. United fans, should the club reward Bruno Fernandes with a bumper new contract or cash in while his value remains sky high? The alternative option on the table is a blockbuster sale. The Saudi Pro League remains eager to attract global stars, and clubs like Al Hilal and Al Nassr are expected to return with offers. If United were to receive a 9-figure bid again, it would test even the strongest loyalty.